I'm Pern.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome to the show, where we talk about everything from movies, music, sports, and TV.
And stories from the rest of our lives.
Things we don't talk about are politics and religion.
And this is how we all stay friends.
Okay, let's talk. Ovi broke the record.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Finally.
He did it this past weekend.
We don't have to talk about it anymore.
Never again.
No more.
That's
NHL
right, ladies.
stuff.
No more hockey.
That was the end of it.
Because playoffs are coming.
Yes,
playoffs are coming up. April 20th, the playoff starts. 4-2-0, baby. The playoffs.
Brackets
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
we will do the bracket challenge. We did this last year where we had asked our fans to log in. We will create a Pern and Dave NHL.com bracket challenge where you can pick your teams and see how you do. And did I win last year?
Yes, you did.
I think I did.
Yes.
Like barely, but I beat out one person, just barely at the end because I picked Florida to win the Stanley Cup.
And it just happened.
Yeah, and then they won.
They finally got in there. Yeah.
They finally got it. Good for Florida.
It's
going to be the Caps this year. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, are you? Are you?
Right now, I'm calling it.
Hey, weren't they listed as the number one goal scoring team?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And their season still got 5 games left.
Right.
And
they're still going.
They're still going. But
right.
Anyway, so this weekend on Sunday, Alex Ovechkin became the all-time goal scoring leader in NHL history, passing Wayne Gretzky with goal 895.
895.
He scored 2 goals on Friday night against Chicago, and we were all hoping because they were at home in DC for that game, and everybody was just like, "Oh my gosh, get the hat trick, get the third goal, and then
they were trying, and they were definitely giving him the puck. It was just not going in.
Yeah, totally.
Stupid goalie.
Yeah, stupid goalie. Wouldn't let the third one in. Because, the goalie was like, Knight, the goalie for the Blackhawks, he was just like, nope, I'm not going to be here. Not mine shift. It's not. I already let 2 in. That third one's not going to happen.
Right.
And then I said it again, Brian Leonard. Then Ryan Leonard got the empty net goal at the end of the game. So that was his first NHL goal, which was awesome. So to see Ryan Leonard get his first goal at the Capitals, literally a week out of college. He was he was in class studying the week before and, finishing up his college hockey career and then signed with the Caps and playing in the NHL. So anyway, so the Ovechkin stuff, it's been amazing seeing all of the clips and the footage and throughout it. This was like, a 20-year progression. This didn't happen overnight.
He's been building.
My family was sitting with me watching it on Friday night when he scored the 2, and then on Sunday it was an afternoon game, and I got up and got downstairs and we were watching, and everybody was, the family was with me watching again and everything. And I told my kids, I'm like, whoever breaks this record, it's probably not going to happen in my lifetime. You'll be lucky.
Right?
You'll be lucky if it happens in your lifetime or maybe even your kid's lifetime that someone breaks this record, because this record's been, it was in 94 when Gretzky, broke the record for Howe, and then he still scored some more goals after that.
Right.
But then, it's been a record that's stood for quite a bit of time, and there's been no other goal scorers that have really come close. I mean, there's been guys in like that 600 range, like Solani and Brett Hull, and and even Yager. Those guys were in that range, in the 600 to 700 range, but nobody had even, I don't think, got close. Gordie Howe was 803 or 802, and then Gretzky was in the 800 club. So now it's only Ovechkin, Gretzky, and Gordie Howe that were ever made 800 goals.
You think he'll do 9?
He just needs 5 more for 9.
Right.
I think he'll do 9. My question is, I want to see him do 1,000.
Oh,
and that would take him 3 more seasons. He's only under contract through next year through next season.
Right.
He can, he'll be definitely in the 900 plus range.
Right.
And then if he retires after next season, he'll probably be in that 920, 930 range. But if you're that close and you only have like 2 to maybe 3 more seasons and you could break 1,000 goals.
But he's not a sprint chicken either. So.
He's not. He's 39 years old now, but he's still producing like he has his entire career. He has 20 seasons with 20 goals or more in it, and he is the only player that has had 340 goal seasons over the age of 35.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, so he's not letting up. He's not letting up, because even in Gretzky's last 3 to 4 seasons of playing, he was only scoring 15 to 20 goals a season.
Right.
And he was slowed down. He became an assist guy and was setting people up and all that. And Ovi hasn't slowed down yet. Man. So I'm still I'm so happy that he got the record. I was in tears when he tied it on Friday night. I was literally like wiping tears out of my eyes. But then when he broke it on Sunday, I mean, I jumped up and I was like, yeah, and I was excited and, gave my wife a hug and kiss and she, and all that. But I wasn't in tears. It was definitely, I was happy, but it just, it didn't bring me to tears like, him tying the record, because like the fact that he got to finally tie Gretzky and you knew, okay, it's just gonna be one more and it's it's all him.
Yeah.
And that seemed like, for me, and I wasn't even prepared to like deal with that mentally. I didn't even think, I thought I would be like, oh, okay, yeah, I might lose it a little bit when he breaks it, but then I wasn't expecting to start tearing up when he tied it, because it was like, oh my gosh, he's now tied the great one.
Right. Well,
so
that's cool.
Anyway, congratulations, Alex Ovechkin, Washington Capitals. And he even focused in the locker room. He even said afterwards, he goes, okay, guys, we did this. You guys were the ones, taking care of me and setting me up and all this. He goes, now we got to focus on the playoffs, because they're still the number one team in the East, in the Eastern Conference. And they need, they've got 5 regular season games left. And then on April 20th, they start the playoffs. And he actually turned down a invitation to go on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. He declined. He's like, no, we're now focusing.
Sorry.
We got this all out of the way. We're going to focus on the playoffs. And he wants another Stanley Cup. And I'm just like, and this is a team that could do it. This is a team that could do it.
The weird thing I was watching them play is that I remember years in the 80s where you could watch them and it's just deflated. Like there were just times when they were in the middle of games and you could just watch all the steam come out of them. At any point watching them now, they can turn it around and score. Yeah. And it's just the most bizarre thing seeing it when you see other times when, they got their backs against the wall. Oh, they're not going to be able to make this click.
Yeah.
There's always that anticipation that they're probably going to put something together and make it work.
And this season, they have more third period goals, I think, than any other team in the NHL. Like they've come from behind and like they get down a goal or two and they're like, we'll come back and get it.
Right.
And that's just like insane.
Well, when we were watching, we've seen many chicken nugget goals. I mean, come on.
So McDonald's in the DC area, in the app, you get if they score in the last minute of any of the three periods, you get free 6-piece nuggets. Right. So there's our plug for McDonald's.
There you go, McDonald's again. So you know what I mean? Because it's like, and even with that is that they don't just put it in cruise control through the last minute of the game. They're still gas to the pedal to the floor. So, it's been
this
that
team
kind
can
of
do
thing.
it, but the issue is the playoffs. It's like the second season, and it's different type of play. What made you the best team in the regular season doesn't always work in the playoffs. And Carberry, their coach, he needs to recognize that, like, and have the game plan going in of like, okay, we did this all season. If we're now going into, now that we're going into the playoffs and they, God forbid, lose like, the first 2 games or something like that, he's going to have to retweak really fast and be like, okay, look, this is what we've got to change up because, what happened, what you did in the regular season doesn't always work in the playoffs.
It's always an adjustment.
Yeah.
So.
And I really hope that the veteran players go to this young team and those younger guys, the guys that got the cup in 2018, like Ovechkin and Wilson and Carlson. I hope they go to these young guys and go, look, this is what we've got to do. We've been there before. You guys haven't. This is what we have to do to make it to the playoffs and get there and win it, because it's a long, another almost 3 months to get there, and hopefully by June they will be there. And today I went and got my passport renewed, so if there's a Stanley Cup that would be in either Edmonton or Winnipeg, I will be good to go. I will have my passport and ready to go, ready to travel to Canada.
Nice.
For a Stanley Cup if the Capitals go.
Well, mine's already renewed, so I'm
okay. Cool. Oh, so you're good too.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
Just letting you know it's going to be expensive.
Perfect.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. Letting you know it's going to be expensive.
Podcast pay for it.
Oh, we should.
Or sponsors pay for it. Perfect.
Sponsors.
Sponsors. Here we go.
Pay for our Stanley Cup tickets.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how's everything at your house?
It has been a bit of chaos.
Okay.
We started with the spring. Spring is sprung at the house. So projects galore outside. So I've been doing a ton of outside work. But in that vein of getting hot and sweaty, I'm still taking cold showers. And it has been not good.
His water heater went out right before the show last week. So he was quite distracted when he got here of trying to like text, and they were trying to get the pilot light relit to see if that was the problem. So he was texting back and forth at home and all that. And so they've been doing cold showers for the last week.
Yes, that's just always been fun. I actually officially have not taken a full shower. I've done the spritz the junk and all that other stuff, and
spritz the junk,
and not getting it. But it has been so cold and insane. But Lisa, of course, has to wash her hair, and she's got a whole to do. I don't really have that problem.
Yeah, you're bald.
Dave's
bald.
Yeah, pretty
Spoiler.
much.
Dave's bald.
I don't know if you've seen our logo.
Yeah,
I'm the bald one.
Dave's the bald one.
Yeah. But again, it's just been a chink, 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 and I haven't had to worry too much about it. But I don't know if you can smell me because we also went through a kid move today.
Oh, yes. And you haven't showered from that yet?
I have not had a chance.
That's why the dogs were all over you. They're like,
right.
You
They were like,
good.
he
smells good.
Smell like musk.
Yeah. I like your scent.
Pleasant.
Yeah.
But so it's been packing the van, getting everything into the van, getting all that straightened out, figuring out what needs to go, what may not need to go, what needs to go in storage, later, what needs to be donated. So that's all kind of a thing. So they are ready to go.
I saw the pink gaming chair, so that was a necessity.
That went right in. Exactly. The two gaming chairs.
Because both of them are gamers.
There was a whole load of stuff that went into the move. The mattress and the mattress frame. It's one of those bendy ones. So it has a motor on it and it's a metal frame. That was the heaviest thing.
Oh my God, yeah.
The mattress itself was almost nothing, but the frame itself was
the whole
Jesus Christ. The heaviest thing. They stopped and got one of the couches from Grandma, who donated one of her couches and a chair and a table with dining chairs. So, and then all of that had to be Tetrised in correctly so we could get everything else in, because there was still a couple of large big pieces of furniture that had to go in. And then the TV, the computers, and the glass desktop had to go. It's going in the car as opposed to be put into all of that furniture moving around.
Are they towing the car behind the U-Haul, or are they driving?
Sydney is driving behind Chase in the van.
She's driving the van?
No, he's driving the van.
I was about to say,
following
U-Haul.
behind.
Never driven a truck before? Here's the keys.
Here we go. Here you go.
Yep.
Take it and run.
Have fun.
And they're going to make tons of stops because they're not used to doing long hauls like that. No, long hauls, especially on
5 hours?
Interstate roads, though.
It's like 5 hours, right?
It is
2 hours
for you and me. It'd be like, please blink, right?
Yeah, for us it'd be like 5.5.
We used to do that going down to
Nags
the
Head.
beach,
and North Carolina. They're going to Raleigh, right?
Take off at 7 a.m. Be there by noon. No problem. No.
You know what? Pause it right there. Do you know what I found out just within the past 10 years? The best time to go to the beach and leave the beach is 8 o'clock at night.
Really?
Leave at 8 o'clock at night, and you get home at 4 a.m. And like my wife and kids slept all the way back, and I drove because I'm awake anyway.
You're a night owl anyway.
No trouble whatsoever getting on and off the island.
No traffic.
And no
nothing,
traffic.
Right?
And it was just a clean shot. Like, and even when we went down in the evening. It wasn't like, first thing in the morning, get up and go to the beach.
Because
we went and later at night. So we got in like around like 10 or 11, but it was like, there was no rush hour traffic in the DC area. That was over with. And like, we didn't have traffic going down. So we like went later at night, but the coming back, definitely. We left at 8 o'clock and we're home by 4, and my wife and kids slept the whole way, and I drove and was like, yep, got it. Because I'm a night owl. I'm up anyway. So
just throw something on the radio and get moving.
I had music on and I'm good.
Snacks so you don't have to stop. Wake everybody
up. The
Pern
and Dave Let's Talk podcast. That'll be my next. I'll go back and do the re-listens.
We'll do it on the bus, right? We'll do the bus trips.
The bus trips.
Just take that, right? Yeah, that'll be perfect. That'll be all perfect.
On the go. Here we go. We're live on the go.
We're traveling. We're going to come see you guys.
Okay, so back. So you got the van packed for the kids are moving out. This is like the big news too, because
that's a big
I have
one too,
known for quite some time, but we have not discussed it on the show, that Dave's a daughter and her husband. They've been living in Dave's basement in the house,
made
living with
almost
them.
an apartment in the basement.
Oh yeah, total apartment. It's very awesome. I want to move in. Oh yeah. And by the way, my youngest son today at dinner, he said, because remember they came over at Christmas and came in when you guys had the decoration stuff.
Right.
He goes, I want to see the basement. I thought, oh yeah, they got like a pool table, and then they got the bubble boy hockey, and they got the video games. I said maybe over the summer, some point we'll have to do an afternoon, like a Saturday. Trip. I'm like, I'll see if Mr. Dave will invite us over, and maybe you guys can go in the pool. Maybe they're like,
we'll plan the pinball tournament.
Oh, right.
And then they can do it then and come and check it out.
Okay, well, yes, that's definitely a summer plan for our families to get together. That would be awesome.
Paper now.
Oh my gosh,
it's on record now.
Yes, and my youngest son will be like just ecstatic.
That'll be
like,
perfect.
Cool.
Oh yeah, God, it's a playground down there.
Gotcha. Okay, so anyway, the van's packed.
The van is packed. They're ready to go. They're leaving tomorrow morning, and then they'll be probably spending the night at a friend's house in Raleigh, and then going and unloading the next day. Thursday.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
they are going to do the whole drive in one day.
Yeah, they're going to try, but it's going to be a lot of stops. I mean, I don't think they're leaving until like 10 or 11. So they're going to they're going to miss rush hour.
If they get, they should be okay. 10 or 11 is a decent, nice window there.
Going to be too much. I don't
get out of the DC area while the traffic's light.
And, and down there, I don't even know what it is.
It's busy.
Raleigh.
I've been to Raleigh a couple times, and it's
Well, it is what it is. Yeah. And they're going to be, taking breaks and stuff. So they're going to be stopping along the way. So they'll get there eventually.
Sonic. There's a Sonic right outside Richmond that we always stop at. I think it's just north of Richmond. There's a Sonic.
I don't know if they're going down 95. I think they're going to try going back
like 81?
More back roads. I think so. I think they're going to try to do a little more back way to get there. There is another way.
81's horrible with the 18-wheelers, though. Oh, my God. 95 is like the Autobahn.
But see, that's the problem, right? I mean,
if they can wheeler heaven.
If they can just do speed, right? And not have to fight everybody who wants to go 90 to 100 miles an hour on 95. If they do 81 and it's just steady.
And honestly, when you see a moving truck, you're like, oh, okay, they're
right.
We've all been there. They're having a shit time.
Just let them have it. It's whatever. Let them have it. Let them go do their thing. That's all you got to do it. Yeah, they're on schedule. They got the clock. So
cool.
So there we go. So that's about
nice.
That's about
it.
So,
we wish Sid and Chase all the best.
Yep. I'm sure they're taking we had a care package of Costco stuff that's going with them. So
nice, because they don't have Costco in North Carolina.
They'll have food when they get there. So, so they won't have to
Costco in North Carolina.
Considerably buy something, right off the bat. They'll have one or two meals.
Oh, have to stock.
Right. Exactly.
That makes sense.
At least for the first day.
Yeah. They'll have food for a day.
While they're unpacking.
And then they're on their own.
Yeah, then
they're on their own. Sons of bitches.
Exactly.
You see? You wanted to be a grown up? You're all grown up now.
Yes,
you're all grown up now, aren't you?
You're an adult now. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But
cool. So cold shower. Oh, yeah, going back to the cold shower thing real quick.
Right.
So, remember last summer when we were in the same boat? Yeah, right. We had the cold shower for, it was almost 2 full weeks.
Ooh, yeah.
Because, I'm sorry. Last summer was when the tree went down. And we couldn't get out, and we had already had our hot water heater or whatever not working or something. And then, we had cold showers for a week. But then the year before that, we had cold showers again when we've had it several times. My wife just does not. So again, I do ice plunges I do ice plunges in 40-degree temperatures. So getting a cold shower to me, I don't care if the water is hot or cold when I get in the shower. Either way. In the summer, I do take cold showers, and in the winter, I'll take warm showers. But yeah, I was
in it and my feet got numb, like blue numb. And I was like, what? And I couldn't just unnumb. So I was like, that is it. I could not get water on my back because that is the worst.
Your home water temperature just out of the tap is probably around 50 to 55 degrees.
I was going to get you a temperature to figure that out because it seems worse for some
probably around
freaking reason.
Well, and like today when it was cold out, it's obviously going to be colder when it comes in through the pipes and stuff. But when it's
ours
warmer,
is all underground. So it wouldn't matter. True. Well, it's going to come from underground, so it's never going to touch the outside.
Too, but it definitely I can tell when the season changes the water temperature.
I was just floored at how cold it was, and I thought, I'll beat this. I'll just put a bunch of water in a tub and let it sit there, right?
And think with it?
Get warm, right? It would warm up from room temperature.
It
doesn't do that. No, it doesn't do that.
Cold.
So I jump into that, and I was going to do the splashy and wash all the good stuff in the warm water, but it wasn't any kind of temperature change. It was exactly the same temperature as it came in the tap, and it went all day sitting in my tub, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It didn't radiate heat and get warmer.
Well, it doesn't radiate. It's not a
I know, but I mean, it should absorb heat.
Well,
right?
actually, the aliens have figured out that the hydrogen, water.
Oh yeah,
that's
they've got that all taken care of.
Yeah, we went over that in a whole other AEP alien episode. Yeah, that was a whole other
science
episode.
Or physics. But it did not change, and I dunked into it, and I was on my knees. I'm like, oh my freaking Christ, and just splashing up and doing all the good parts. And I was just, I can't do it anymore. I didn't even sit down. I was just like, God,
you have more than one
Christ.
good part. You've mentioned that a couple times now. The good parts. You have more than one
better
good part?
Parts, yes.
The better parts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The back and the front and the middles. I did the pits.
All the crevices. And,
yeah.
Is what Home Alone. What he said in Home Alone. I washed all of my crevices and cracks properly.
Yes. We got all the good ones. Washed the face. That was about it. I could not get any kind of cold water on my back. It's the worst part.
If you want to take a shower tonight, you can go jump in ours.
I'm all good. I'm all good.
I do sympathize because I know what it is like for the family to go. Because we have my kids that drove them crazy too.
Yeah.
Me doesn't
I'll do
affect.
The splash
but
tonight,
I sympathize.
I'm hoping the part's coming in tomorrow or Thursday. I think those are my two. But my mom is 5 minutes away. I could go to my mom's
house and shower.
So the problem was that we didn't want to impose on her.
Oh my gosh!
And normally
Nancy, please.
I know she would.
Nancy would be like, come on, guys.
I'm sure she's already. Well, she has definitely told us that we can do it.
Yeah.
It's more of just when our time is done for the day. It's usually late. And she's already in bed. She goes to bed like 7. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, the sun's still up.
Well, no, she's usually up watching a Nationals game or something.
Oh,
so we can always go.
She sent me a text the other day on Sunday
about
when Ovechkin scored. She sent me the text. She goes, "Hey, were you watching the game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." She goes, "I was watching the baseball game," and I switched over.
Because they announced it
right
on the
at the Nationals
game.
Yeah. So it was
That's funny.
Nancy, texted me on Sunday.
That's
when
good.
Ovi scored. That was awesome.
There you go.
It was unexpected. I was like, "Oh, it's Nancy."
Cool.
So I have some random tidbits to talk about.
Okay, no problem. Our tidbits
This
section.
is just stuff over the past couple weeks. I see like little news stories and just little things that are nothing incredibly interesting. But Dave and I did talk about this off air last week. How that our show, yes, we report stuff that is absolutely mind-numbing, meaningless, and really doesn't matter. We're not going to get in. We don't.
Who the hell wants
get into
to know
politics.
50 sandwiches?
We don't get into. Yeah, exactly. we talk about the stupid stuff. You know what you're getting when you tune into us. You know you're going to get stupid little
noise
stuff
in the background,
and this is all real stuff. It's like it's just those little things that you didn't know that happened.
They just kind of went by.
This one actually is kind of a big deal. So you've heard about the Easter blackout, right?
No.
Okay, so Easter Sunday on the 20th. A lot of the major chain stores who are normally open have decided they're going to do an Easter blackout, like it's supposed to be political driven type thing, which we don't talk about politics.
Right. But Easter blackout.
So Easter blackout.
This is an Easter story, not a...
Yeah, this is an Easter story, not a political story. It's a story about giving people Sunday off for Easter with their family. It's all bunnies and candy and all that stuff.
Right.
The list of stores that said that they would be closing.
Okay.
Stores expected to close on Easter Sunday are Target, which was a big one.
That is a big one.
Costco,
where am I going to get my chocolate covered peanut butter cookie or peanut butter
apparently
eggs now?
Walmart. You're going to go
Are
to
they
Walmart.
Open? Are they open?
Walmart is remaining open.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
So Costco,
well, then we're good.
Costco always is closed on Sunday, but they've announced they were closed. Aldi, Sam's Club, Publix.
They're not closed on Sundays, are they?
On Easter Sunday?
Oh, Easter Sunday.
Sorry,
okay.
I just said Sunday. I apologize.
I was like Sunday.
Yes. Easter Sunday. Yeah, well, you said Arizona 4 times in that last episode.
You are correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Once you went back and listened to it, I was like, I didn't edit that. That was
completely true.
That was all true.
That is completely
anyway,
true.
so the other places: Publix, JCPenney, Kohl's, Macy's. Aren't all the Macy's closing anyway? Aren't they going out of business or something? I thought I saw that. HEB, which is grocery stores down in the South. Michael's, Lowe's, Best Buy, and Marshall's.
Oh.
And the stores that say they expect to stay open were CVS, Dollar General, Whole Foods, Home Depot, Kroger, Walmart, Trader Joe's, Oh, Walgreens is staying open. And Dollar Tree. Because, on
Dollar
Easter
Tree,
Sunday, when you need to get
eggs.
to, Dollar Tree or Dollar General on Easter Sunday because you forgot the plastic eggs.
A sleeve of plastic eggs that you just had to fill with.
And there you get them on sale. I mean, probably for like pennies on the dollar.
I would think they would want to get their stock out. Yeah. I told you my story about that, right?
Which one?
My Easter. It's probably last Easter I told that story.
Last Easter, I told you my story.
It was cold out, so I was a little kid and I was wearing my mittens and I had the money for my eggs that I was buying.
You've never told me this.
Never told you that story.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Start over. Okay. I'm listening.
In Woodbridge, there was a store called Zare.
Yes, I remember Zare's.
I went into the Zare with my mom, and she gave me $5 to buy my plastic eggs, and I had my little net sleeve of plastic eggs and my mitten hand holding the $5 bill, and I'm all excited. I got my eggs, and I'm headed up to the register, and I got my eggs, and I look over, and I don't have my money.
Where did it go?
It fell out of my hand.
Fell out of
because I had my little mitten hand.
You had your eggs,
I had
a little
mitten hand. Exactly.
Little mitten hand.
I was probably
mitten hand Dave.
6 or 5 or 6.
Mitten hand Dave.
And I'm just kind of didn't get my eggs.
Well,
it was a lesson. It was a lesson.
What did you tell Nancy? What did she say?
She was right there, like, and when I turned and I didn't have the money, and she was like, "I don't have any more money. I mean, I can't buy you more eggs." So I didn't get my eggs, and it was a horrible Easter. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just that I didn't have the eggs.
Easter scar for
totally
life.
Ruined. But that's my eggs. That's my crazy ass story about how I was trying to pay for something and lost it.
Wow.
And, Now I put my money in my wallet, in my pocket.
There you go. Like we all should.
Yeah, right.
Or just use debit cards or credit cards.
No
Whatever.
mittens. No mittens in the house.
No mittens. Oh my gosh.
No mittens. Unless you want to be broke forever. You just have no mittens.
Did you see that the pink moon is coming on Sunday?
No.
It's a lunar spectacle.
Oh, nice.
And it's in April. So this year, actually, when you hear this podcast, it'll be like 2 days after because it's going to be on Saturday, April 12th.
You can go back and Google it.
Yes, exactly. At 8:22 p.m., it'll be a full moon and it will look pink. So it'll be a pink moon on Saturday night. So
that's awesome.
Hopefully we don't have any cloud coverage and
we'll
we can
be able
see
to see it.
Right. It'd be cool to see the pink moon, and maybe we take a picture of that and put it on our Instagram
like
or something,
blue
or Facebook,
moon or the harvest moon and all those
exactly, because every month is different. So and normally April it's a pink colored, and they say that it's supposed to be very vibrant this year, and be a pink moon on April 12th.
Perfect.
So if you take your pictures, and you're now listening to this because it's a couple days afterwards, and you have pictures of it, please share
post
with us on Facebook or on our Instagram. Just go ahead and tag us in your photo on your Instagram, whatever, at Pern and Dave. There you go.
Yeah.
The pink moon. So but you'll miss it if you are listening to this now.
Perfect.
Okay. Wendy's announced that this is a slight tidbits going into now slight food segment real quick.
No problem.
In and out of it. Wendy's has announced that they have 6 new flavored swirled Frosties.
Really?
This is something that Wendy's in other countries have been doing for years.
Right.
And in the U.S., it's always been vanilla or chocolate. And then when strawberry over the summer would work its way in, like, the vanilla one would go away. But yeah, exactly. But now they are doing Frosty swirls where they'll have like a caramel, like a sea salt caramel, something like that on one of them. One has a chocolate swirl and one has a strawberry swirl.
Ooh.
They say 6 new flavors because it's really just the same thing in the vanilla version or the chocolate version.
It's
3 and 3.
Okay.
So it's the same swirls. I think it's caramel, chocolate, and
strawberry.
Yeah. And they said other flavors will come in eventually, and whatever, to have different flavor swirls and all that fun stuff. So that is, they've announced 6 new flavors that are for Frosty.
Wow.
In the U.S. because we just haven't had that before. It'll be very sweet.
I think
and you know what else would be sweet?
I smell a taste test.
It takes. How are we going to keep? We'd have to take the cast on the road, the pod on the road.
Right.
And do
We'd
it there
because
my ice cream would melt.
Well, we could pick them up right before we do the podcast.
They would still melt before you got to my house.
Would it though?
Yeah, they would.
Probably true.
Okay, well, when you're also duding really late at night, Waffle House has announced that they are going to start doing a late night delivery. And I don't know if they're using DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of those, but yeah. So if you're too drunk and high to get to the Waffle House, to get your shit breakfast.
Right. You don't want to Uber to
diner.
it. You just have it come to you.
They're now going to do a late night delivery menu of limited stuff that they will deliver to you.
It's always a good thing.
From Waffle House.
It's a good thing.
And I'm like,
when you need your waffle, you need it.
That's the only thing that stays open
your Waffle
in
House.
This town, like 24/7, food wise.
Through blizzards,
the McDonald's don't stay open 24 hours anymore.
Right.
And it's like you have to go to Waffle House, and like they're always open if I want to.
Right. Yeah. Even does Denny's do it too? Because Denny's used to be the 24/7 one.
I don't know if they do it.
And IHOP used to be the 24/7 too. And I don't think
some IHOPs
Percival opened their IHOP, and their Panera. So we're stepping into the 20th century. That's funny.
We drove by IHOP today out here, and they had this banner hanging on the side of the building, and I could not believe this deal. This is one hell of an IHOP deal.
IHOP
free coffee with any entree you order.
Oh my
a free
goodness
cup
gracious.
Of their crappy coffee.
Of that coffee. Oh,
that's free. That's on the house.
That's right there.
You buy any entree. They're going to give you the coffee for free.
Oh, my sweet Jesus. That's
I was
amazing.
like, really? And you made a banner and hung that on the side of the building?
That's what you were advertising. Well, it's coffee. So
I get that, but
it's like,
really a couple, and their
That's
cups
like
are those
advertising
thick coffee
water.
cups, so you only get like a shot of espresso in it anyway, and it's like for every drink. And
exactly.
I was like, okay, whatever. IHOP.
It is. You do love the IHOP.
We do love the IHOP.
Oh my
absolutely.
Gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
But Waffle House, I
haven't really been. I can't really say because I haven't been.
Okay, so my last random tidbit, which is also in the food category, which should have just been a food segment, is the new Butterfinger flavor. Have you seen this?
No, I have not.
They're doing a salted caramel Butterfinger flavor.
That's not really a stretch.
And I'm just thinking, Butterfingers don't already impact your molars enough.
Let's add caramel to it.
Let's now put caramel inside of that, like whatever cement that you chew and it turns into in your mouth. Your mouth is like a cement mixer.
Yeah.
Like you bite into a Butterfinger and you're grinding and it just starts getting chalkier and harder and wedged in your teeth. And it's like, oh my gosh.
This stuff's going to get stuck in your teeth. You're going to be tasting this for like weeks. So that's what they want. They want you tasting this for weeks.
Yeah, for weeks.
Because you're not brushing that out.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to taste test that. I mean, I like Butterfingers.
You would. Oh, God.
Okay, it's on. It's on.
Butterfingers.
Okay, it's on.
Jesus.
I will.
With chocolate. Oh my God, it's like the trifecta.
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I have corrections.
And I have a correction.
Do your correction first.
Do my correction first.
Yeah.
Okay. My correction first is I made a comment twice last week. When you were going through the sandwich names and stuff like that. And
Arizona.
Made Arizona. You said Arizona 4 times. Arizona. I was trying to make a joke and completely blew the joke because I called it a Connecticut bow tie. Did you hear me say that?
Not
I said
it
twice. You were just going through the list.
I was flying
this
because
is a
you
baby
got
bell
crazy
on
with
a
me doing
so-and-so.
25.
Yeah. Anyway, I made a comment about it being a Connecticut bow tie. And the joke is that it would be a Cincinnati bow tie, not a Connecticut bow tie. I don't even know why I said it, and I did it twice. So it's a Cincinnati bow tie. And do you know what a Cincinnati bow tie is?
Not at all. No.
Okay, I learned this just within the past couple of years what a Cincinnati bow tie is. I'm going to read you
the definition
off Urban Dictionary.
Okay,
the definition.
Right.
Of
the Cincinnati
bow tie.
Okay, you see, we are a learning channel.
We are teaching. Yes,
always teaching.
It's a sexual position when the female lays on her back and the male thrusts his penis down her throat until flush to her face.
Oh my God.
Once this is achieved, the scrotum of the man can then lay down on her neck betwixt each ball, resulting in the appearance of a skin bow tie.
Oh, but Jesus.
Some have speculated that the man's pubic hair, if they're cut properly in a certain way, they would resemble Groucho Marx on her face.
Oh, sweet mother of Christ. That needed to be described.
Yes,
wow. Okay. Cincinnati bow tie. Well, add that to my wonderful catalog of knowledge now. Thank you for that one.
Dave's like so trash in, trash out.
I probably lost something valuable in that Rolodex.
Yes, there's something deleted now, permanently deleted from your brain.
I had to push that out to throw that in, the Cincinnati bow tie, which now is burned in my head because I was trying to visualize what the hell was going on.
With the penis and
Jesus. Okay. That was
anyway,
a lot.
all right, on to your corrections. Go,
okay,
go.
So the Puerto Rico sandwich, remember we didn't have Puerto Rico,
yes,
the territory, is a triplet Tripletta.
I think I've heard of that.
3 meats, cube steak, ham and pork, melted cheddar with a sauce of mayo and ketchup mixed together. But the main thing was the crispy potato sticks that are on it. Oh. And this thing can be eaten
called
straight.
French fries?
Oh. No, they're the crunchy ones, like the
onion fry kind of things,
almost
or
like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but they're just the potato sticks.
But they're potatoes,
yeah, and you can have that straight or grilled like panini style.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay,
so there's that one. What that was. That wasn't really a correction. That was homework that we just got. It was a correction
because I left off Puerto Rico technically.
Okay, whatever. All right. Next.
John Wick spin-off movie. We were talking about the freaking same thing. You mentioned another movie.
Is the spin-off movie?
The spin-off movie is Ballerina. It's called Ballerina. And it's going to be opening June 6th, 2025. But we were talking about the same freaking movie.
Okay. Yes. Right. It was just two different.
It's now going to be considered the 5th movie in the franchise.
No, see, I heard something. I thought
Now there is supposed to be another one after that.
Yeah.
But they don't have any kind of talk about that coming out because they just don't have a storyline
last week. That's why I thought it was.
That was the Ballerina one. I think that's the Ballerina one. Okay. And then there was always the prequel, which opened September 2023, which was the John Wick prequel.
Oh, okay.
But John Wick 5 is confirmed at a 2025's CinemaCon. Maybe that's the one you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
That's the one you were just talking about.
That's the one I was talking about.
That one. Okay. But there was a spin-off one, which we were talking about also.
Yes. You brought up the spin-off one with the girl, and I said he was in a wheelchair.
Right. And we were joking.
And we couldn't confirm that he was in a wheelchair.
Right. No, but yeah.
All right. What's the next thing? Next.
No, that was it. That was all I got.
That was the corrections?
We didn't have too many corrections. And we actually were pretty spot on, or at least we kind of noodled through problems that we were having.
And you got the box office numbers?
I do, and they're very good.
There's a certain movie that crushed it this
Minecraft
weekend.
Did.
Oh my God. A Minecraft movie did $157 million.
I have 163.
Oh,
for the weekend.
That was up from
adjusted. I think it was adjusted.
On Sunday and
weekend.
Monday they kept saying 153. So 163.
Yeah, we got 163 for the weekend.
Nice.
Did good.
That is some huge numbers.
Crazy numbers.
I mean, yeah.
I think it was
like
one
Avengers
of those transcending ones
numbers.
where you can be an adult and still see it.
Yes,
because
we're going to go see
the
it.
Game too.
Yeah, we're going to go see it. And I mean, I'm taking my kids.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I want to see it.
I do. Yeah, I don't know if I could get Lisa into it.
So what did? Oh, Lisa doesn't want to go.
I don't think so. I can't. Okay. I can't read that. I mean,
Jack Black. He's hysterical. We'll get to him more in a minute.
And then
okay, so what was second?
Second was Working Man. It came off its number one
from
last
Statham.
week to 7.3. The Chosen one, Last Supper Part 2. Opened at number 3 for 6.9.
Okay.
Snow White dropped to 5.9, and then The Woman in the Yard 4.5, knocking down Unicorn again.
Oh, knocking that Unicorn down.
Well, Minecraft did that.
So what did Unicorn do this week? Did you get that number?
I did not. It was definitely lower than 4.5. I think it was probably 4.3.
Yeah. Or something. We'll just guesstimate there.
I'm guessing. Yes.
But so maybe on the streaming we'll watch it.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, so Jack Black was on Saturday Night Live this week, and I know last week. I want to apologize. I went really long on the bitch fest on Saturday Night Live. I mean, the complaining about just totally shitting all over Saturday Night Live and every bit of it, except for, giving Colin Jost a shout out for being funny. Everybody else was like, oh, I hated it. It sucked. I mean, I listened back to it going, God damn, what the fuck was wrong with you? Why were you hating so much on Saturday Night Live? Well, the reason I was hating so much on Saturday Night Live is because Jack Black was on now this weekend.
Right.
And he killed it.
It was totally a change of heart to what was happening.
Yes, the sketches were just funnier. They were because that's what he was always an improv guy anyway. Right, so even going on a show like this where they put this together in 1 week, that's his wheelhouse right there.
Right, exactly.
So he was funny from beginning to end. Every sketch was funny. It was just the quality of the show was so much better than the Mikey Madison episode. I beg you, any of you, do not even bother ever watching the Mikey Madison episode. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't her; it was just she wasn't in it, and the show was barely live. But this past week,
I have a question.
Yeah,
when the host comes in, what percentage of them actually being able to do the skits, like bringing stuff to the show is on them?
They'll allow, the writers. So that's what they do on Tuesday. They sit around and they start pitching ideas.
Right.
So every writer on the show has to have at least one idea for a skit.
Okay.
And then
involving the host.
That's right. And
mostly,
the host is sitting.
Right?
Yes, the host is always sitting there. And then the host can also,
bring to the table.
Lorne Michaels has the final say, but the host usually sits next to Lorne, and there might be a little like leg tap, like, no, I don't want to do that one, or yeah, I want to do that.
Oh yeah.
So, maybe
under the table flagging.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Like, yeah, okay. So the guest has a lot to, does have say in, what they will do, what they think is funny, or what they think would fit them. But I just think Jack Black, he can make anything like that funny. He just totally, that's just who he is and how he's always been.
The one you showed me was way over the top. I was like, holy crap.
Okay, they did the pre-tape
for
their a famous fake commercial.
Yes.
And it starts off being for Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
This is really good.
And it's Jack Black as Stewart with Chester.
He's dressed in a suit that's got flames all over it.
And he's got flames.
Chester Cheetah come through the door.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
He busts in. And then it turns into, after you eat too many Flamin' Hot, Cheetos, your sometimes back end has problems.
Right.
So,
it turned into a Preparation H commercial.
Into a Flamin' Hot Preparation H commercial.
Then it switched gears. And I was like, holy crap.
And then Jack Black, who was playing Stewart for the Flamin' Hot guy, he proceeds to squirt out the Preparation H on his fingers and then apply it
in the commercial.
I was just like,
what? That was pretty good. And it was pretty good because hey, you drop your pants for Saturday Night Live, I guess, because that was pretty good.
He sells it. He will go to whatever extent
it was funny
to sell
you. It was definitely, and it was just like a commercial, so it was like
and the
30
rest
to
of the
45
show was
seconds
like that.
Yeah, you're saying it was like nonstop.
It was just every skit. I mean, it wasn't maybe to that level, but at least it got you laughing and you were appreciating it. And it just went into the next, and then Weekend Update was funny, and Jack Black wasn't even on that, but that was good, really well written, and it just the whole show, from beginning to end. I'd actually watched the whole thing again because it was so entertaining.
Do you remember who the musical guest was?
The musical guest was Sir Elton John and Brandy Carlisle.
Wow!
They released a record that they wrote together.
Nice.
And they're not touring because he's now retired from touring.
Of course,
he'll do shows like Saturday Night Live, Tonight Show,
things,
just to promote the new album, but they're not going out on tour. So seeing it on Saturday Night Live is the only night you were able to see it, basically.
Or if they're gonna,
and they did two
American
songs.
Bandstand or something.
Do a residency in Vegas again. Make the people come to you.
Oh gosh,
I mean, he's done it. He's done the Vegas residency before.
Oh, so he doesn't
do that.
Really,
I don't know if
these. You do that.
And I think that's where
money.
he and Brandy Carlisle first met. Were in Vegas too. So that would just seem like a no-brainer to me. I don't know. Put the money in. Anyway, so the whole Jack Black episode is funny.
You can
watch
go back and see that.
It's
one.
worth just
avoid
on demand or Peacock or avoid Mikey Madison episode, but the Jack Black one.
Which will already be one in when you hear this. So
exactly. So that'll because I forget who's on this weekend.
So
we're gonna have I don't know. So there was my Saturday Night Live. I gave Dave some homework.
I did have homework.
Because over the weekend, I accidentally, found out that this movie that was released back in December was now streaming on Max. And I turned on Max, and it was Y2K.
Yeah, this one...
Which I remember us talking about very briefly in passing in one episode. Like, this is coming out, that's coming out. Whatever. And it's about New Year's Eve. When it turns 1999 turning into 2000
and the Y2K bug.
I vaguely remembered it's supposed to be funny, but I forgot that it was supposed to be a horror movie too.
Right.
But then that was still an hour and a half.
Just kind of, I don't know.
An hour and a half in, and it's just like, or sorry, the whole movie's an hour and 25 minutes, but it was 30 minutes in. Then it started turning into a horror movie.
Right.
When it first started, I felt like I was just watching Superbad again.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And by the way, Jonah Hill did executive produce it. So, which is why, because he was in Superbad. But it had that Superbad high school
But in the 90s feel, right?
In the 90s.
It had the 90s feel that was the coming of age scenario movie.
Yeah.
But in the 90s.
Right. And so it started off like that. And then when it actually, I was like, oh, right, this is supposed to be a horror movie. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, but it just seemed, okay, it's like in the second act when it finally turns into a horror movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay. And then they're immediately killing off people you think would make it to the end.
Right. All the main characters because they could. Early, because this was just not going to be a thing.
You watch the first 30 minutes of this movie and you've taken to these characters. And then in the second act, in the very first scene, they kill off one of the main people.
They kill off one of the two main same guys. And I was just like, holy crap. And then I was like, well, that was interesting.
Like, that's where we're going with this?
And I thought they were going to limp him along, but no, they just left him there. And I was just like, okay, well, that's that one. And
So spoiler alert. Yeah, don't get too attached to any of the characters if you watch Y2K.
No, not at all.
I felt it was entertaining.
It was okay. I kind of liked the nostalgia part, and it was very funny. Yeah. But why Fred Durst? I honestly, seriously, at the end, and then even
spoiler
at the
alert.
End,
spoiler alert.
Fred Durst is in it. Great. If you don't want to, watch it because of Fred Durst, you understand it. He's near the end.
Like you, yeah, exactly.
But what I'm thinking is that, but then the it was a horror movie, right? So all the uprising characters were killing off people, but then they were also harvesting. But then at the end, when they're in the final act and they're trying to, I guess, come to a conclusion, none of the baddies were killing anyone.
Dave, just say it when he was about to come.
No, it's not even that.
Sorry. That was the porn version.
No bow ties.
Yeah,
it was just my thing was it was a
2K. Cincinnati Bowtie 2K. That's the porn.
Is that a new movie?
I think put it on the script.
Put it on the list.
Well,
my thing is
first porn. Okay.
The character
not
didn't
together. Oh God,
keep killing.
Right.
They were just the robots basically were in the area with people, and they were trying to come to the end and destroy everything. There was no one getting to them and killing them or breaking in or doing anything like that. Yeah. They were just together in the same room, doing what I was like, that doesn't feel horror movie-ish. So
there was something a little weird about that second and third act. Yeah, with the horror movie part.
Yeah.
I will agree. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
There were intense moments when there was arms getting cut off, heads getting cut off, things getting
full gore,
bloody.
Yeah.
But then they kind of just left that behind and didn't continue with the character who was killing people. I was
wondering because it is two movies. It starts off as a high school buddy comedy and then turns into a horror movie, and then it tries to get science fiction-y in the third one with how the robots all come about and all this stuff, but then it was like it just fell a little flat. Yeah,
I agree. And it's almost lazy writing. It just kind of got to the end and they didn't know how to close it off, and then just kind of let's just do this. And it's like,
they obviously had like a budget for this. I mean, it looked good. They
had characters. Yeah, the Russell is the guy who plays his buddy, right? That was Russell in Deadpool too.
Oh,
it was the Russell kid, right?
Yeah,
that was him.
I think so. Yeah,
because he really looked a lot older in this one.
He did.
And the bad rapper guy was the guy from Stranger Things, right?
Yep.
The pizza
hair.
guy.
Yeah, the pizza guy.
And wasn't the love interest Snow White?
Oh, is she?
I think
that's why I got
familiar.
added to White.
It got very. Looked very familiar.
Now that I think
that was her.
I don't think that crossed my mind one time when I was watching that.
I believe I'm going to Google that while you go to our next topic. But I honestly believe that's.
I think you're absolutely right. I think it was Snow White in Y2K.
Right.
I think that was it.
Her, right?
Maybe that's why Snow White bombed, because she did Y2K.
Because she did Y2K. I don't think anyone watched Y2K.
Anyway, wrap up Y2K real quick. It's an hour and 25 minutes, even though it says it's an hour and 35 minutes on the thing. It's only an hour and 25 minutes. It's a short watch. It's if you like comedy, if you like the horror movie, it's funny, it's gross at the same time. It was entertaining. I think I give it a thumbs up. I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again, or if I turned the TV on,
again.
If I turned on the TV and flipped over to HBO Max and it was on on a channel like cable
playing,
I would watch it.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna go.
I mean, there wasn't anything.
What are we talking about? Horizon 2 here? Come on.
True. Come on. Yeah,
it's masterpiece. Fucking masterpiece.
We're not getting into that. But
okay, did you find out who that was?
Yes, it is her. It was her.
It is her. So Snow White is Rachel
Zegler.
Yeah. Okay.
Same one.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I have 3 things for the taste test this week, and I know that at least one of them you're absolutely going to hate.
Oh.
One you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's interesting, and one that's going to be like, oh, wow, we were just talking about this.
Okay, let's do them in that order.
You want to do them in that order? Okay,
yes,
I'm pulling them out of the drawer.
Okay, yes.
Out of the drawer.
Wow.
Wait, so this is the one, I forget what the order was now. I already forgot what the order.
We're doing
bad first?
Yeah, bad, okay.
Bad and okay. Oh, bad and okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bad first. Here we go. This, it's in a little, resealable bag, so we can save them for later.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I can't even get through it. Oh my God, I can already smell it. I can smell it.
Oh.
These are peelers. They are banana flavored gummies.
Okay.
I thought you hated banana.
No, I love banana.
Oh my!
I hate. Okay.
Oh no, when it turns, that's when you're the banana
the green
turner.
Ones. No, the green. I can't do green.
Can't do
banana.
green. Oh yeah.
If they're green, they're early. If it's an early banana,
it's an early banana.
That's an early banana.
I'm going to hand you a couple of these.
It hasn't even gotten banana yet. It's got to have the spots. I can't have it. And in the fake one,
there are no spots on these.
Oh, look
at those.
Okay,
so you literally have to peel it like a banana. You're supposed to peel it like a banana. You just threw it in your mouth, didn't you?
Sure as hell did.
Tossed it in like,
I didn't hear the dog treat. I didn't know there was instructions.
Well, you didn't wait. Well, on the second one, that's why I gave you two. Because I knew you'd mess up the first one.
Can I
well, no, put that one in your mouth and then work on the second one.
I immediately spit it out when you said, there are instructions. You got to peel it.
You're supposed to peel it. God,
it fell out of my mouth as soon as you said that.
Mine. So it's supposed to pull apart and then you can peel it and it has the banana inside. I'm really struggling with this.
I can't even get into mine.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay.
It did taste pretty good, but it is not crazy banana flavor though.
Okay. I'm trying mine now. You go.
Go ahead. I'm not getting, I get a little banana, like kind of, but not like banana bread banana. You know how they kind of do banana bread and it's like crazy. It's like a banana. This isn't that. But again.
No, it's not too overly banana. Oh, I tasted it on the backside though.
Yeah. That's what I was getting to. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't hate these.
No.
I kind of like these.
I wouldn't go out of my way.
I got these at the Sheets. They had them at Sheets.
No.
So, stop at Sheets on your way home and pick up a
bag of peelers.
They also have mango and I think it was peach.
Do you have to peel them too?
No. Well, I think you. I don't. You're
supposed to, and then eat out the goo that's in the middle because it was a little softer in the middle, right?
Yeah, there's the banana even.
Is that what the banana flavor to it?
What was next?
The surprised one. Like that was that one, and then the last one was. Oh
yeah. Okay, I gotcha. I'm on board.
Okay, good.
All right. I found these today at Walmart.
Those aren't bad. I have to agree.
I do like those peelers, banana peelers.
Because sometimes the banana flavoring is fake. Like you got that weird aftertaste of banana flavoring. That one didn't have that. It tasted very natural.
I'm enjoing this right now. I'm still like, and it's down. I'm like, that's kind of.
Yeah, I don't need to wash that out before the next one. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, cool. Well, you might. So what I found today was we were just talking about a couple episodes ago, the Doritos, the fake ones and real ones and all that stuff.
Yes.
I found today, are you ready for this? Dun, dun, dun. It is Doritos, Blazing, Buffalo, and Ranch.
Oh,
did we mention this one?
Yes, we did. Okay. It was in our list.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I found it today. My youngest son decided to crack into the bag early.
So that's just not. And the review from him was
he liked them, thumbs up. But he's not picky.
Okay, now I just want to say I am not a big Buffalo Ranch. I'm not a Buffalo person. I can do ranch. Ranch is
love buffalo chicken with ranch.
Really?
Buffalo. We have a buffalo chicken pizza with ranch drizzle dressing on the top. Oh, so good.
They smell pretty good.
Okay, did you try it?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
So
these do smell pretty good.
Well, I'm going to let you crunch first, and then I'll crunch first, and you tell me what you think.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, that is not bad. Although I am very crazy for Doritos. Doritos are very good for me anyway. No, that have a little bit of
spicy for you.
It has a little bit of a burn on the tongue, but no, I'm not.
Because Dave doesn't like spicy at all.
I have gotten a little bit better with the spicy, but these are not over the top. Like these are not like flaming anything.
No, they're not the flaming. I'm not going to need the flaming hot preparation.
Right, these were just for these. These are just going to be straight. Yeah. These aren't bad. I kind of like these.
I do. I like the little kick of the spice in them.
Yeah, I can do that.
I taste more of the ranch than the buffalo chicken.
I'm getting
flavor.
a lot of that too.
It's a hint of buffalo.
But don't they have a ranch version of Doritos too? I mean,
I think they do. But now I'm questioning: they say, that they're ranch. Yeah.
But isn't that like the Cool Ranch?
Blazing Buffalo and Ranch.
I like their Cool Ranch Doritos. The ones that they have are Cool Ranch. Okay. I love those. This is just sprinkled with buffalo on it too. Yeah, but that's pretty good. Yeah, I can do that. And that's weird because like you said, it's a little bit of a kick on it. And I don't know, maybe I've evolved a little with my spicy eating, but
okay. So, and then this last one. I found these in an Asian grocery store.
Okay. Fish heads?
No. They are Nestle Kit Kats. But I have no idea what flavor they are. because
Mystery?
on the bag,
Mystery, or you can't read it?
I can't read what it says. Oh, it's green. So I don't know if it's like a green tea or.
I think it is. I think that's right.
And then I got to tell you about the story about my youngest son and why this bag is empty.
Oh my goodness gracious! Right, it is empty. What? Do you not have one to eat then?
No, I got one.
Oh, okay. No, so he saved us two.
There were two left for us. Even though I had these, and I told him they're for our taste test, and he, over the course of like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, went through the entire bag, and then when he got to the bottom, saw there's only 2 left. He's like, "Oh, well, I better leave one for Dave and Pern."
Two. I'm surprised the Doritos bag didn't have 2 Doritos in the bottom.
Because he started that one today too.
Okay. So
what is it? What is it like?
I don't know.
You haven't. The taste hasn't said. Oh, is the flaming hot still kicking in your mouth?
Yeah, a little bit actually.
Wow, got a little bit of tingle.
I don't know. I guess it's green tea. I don't know. I mean, I've had green tea before.
Or is it a coffee? Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Not coffee, because it's definitely green for some reason. I don't know. It's just Kit Katty. I mean, I don't know how you can get away from it.
I don't know. It's a weird taste.
It is a little.
I do drink tea, and I like tea.
I think what happens is when they do these kind of flavored ones, they use white chocolate, and the white chocolate has its own consistency flavor to it, and then they add the green tea flavoring to it. So the white chocolate and the green tea are fighting each other, and it's really just kind of like white.
I'm tasting the tea side of it now.
You are at
the
end.
It just hit me. It's like a chaser. I love when Keys stuff.
I mean, I love a Kit Kat, but I would not go out of my way of getting green ones. No,
the color has nothing to do with it. Dude.
I know
it's all about the taste.
Green tea ones. Then.
The green tea, yeah, because it doesn't even sound like there's a leaf,
right?
And the whole packaging is green. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't even know what flavor these are. So I just bought them. I was like, I'm just buying them.
Nice. Well, yeah.
And then my son destroyed the whole bag of them.
Yeah, he blew through those. Yeah, wow.
That's a little.
Well, he had weeks to do it though. A week, right?
Yeah. No, I've had those actually about a month because I've been waiting. Oh, you've been waiting. One of those things I found.
Well,
I was like,
I've got it. Come on, you can't keep chocolate in this house.
No, not at all.
Come on. I mean, really, think about it. I can't keep chocolate in my house either. I mean, once seriously. It gets to a certain point, it's just free game.
Not true.
Yeah.
Well, this is a bonus at the very end.
Oh no!
It's not a taste test.
Third into a fourth.
It's just it is a fourth, yeah. But it's not even a taste test. It's just here's one for you, Dave. Dave doesn't drink beer. I used to. I don't drink beer still. So this is about as beer sharing as we get.
Oh,
hold your hand out.
Oh,
there you go. I got you one of these today.
The RCs. Oh my God! It's like, is this a nostalgia can?
No, it was actually like. Bottled within this year.
But is this their way they do their logo still?
Yeah, but they keep with the nostalgic look and everything like that.
That's pretty good.
I was in Walmart today and I found RC Cola.
RC Cola. I have not really had an RC Cola.
Grew up on RC Cola like as kids.
You have. I don't know if I did.
No, you definitely did.
I don't think I did.
Well, when your parents started letting you drink soda, maybe.
More than likely. Yeah, probably.
So the RC Cola, it's the classic red on white, on the blue.
On the light blue.
On the light blue. It has a very 70s look to it. It's, kind of cool.
It has that, yeah.
I don't, so I'm about,
flavored.
Yeah, I know I'm opening mine.
It is definitely a nostalgic
do you remember
cola
the taste?
Flavor. Yeah, I do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
You know what it kind of tastes like in my eye? Brand X Coke. Kind of like the, where you just get cola in the can, just because of the aftertaste to it. It just has it feels a little chemically to me, but
wow.
Yeah, I knew you would have that kind of throwback.
I remember drinking these out of bottles, glass bottles,
long bottles, like the thin
glass long
ones,
bottles
right?
that you took back to recycling or they'd reuse or oh my gosh,
5 cents.
Oh wow, that's
interesting, but yeah. I knew that was going to happen. I kind of felt that was going to happen. Yeah, no.
I flashed back to 9 years old again. I was like having a Coke.
I don't remember RC being in my rotation, but
what? Oh, well, fuck you then.
Oh no, but it's definitely a throwback because I've had no. No, I've had that before, but yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, I do. It's a good flavor.
That was the last of the taste test.
Nice.
And
Thank you.
Real quick in sports, March Madness is over and nobody really cares.
That's true.
There we go.
It kind of went by.
That was sports. There you go.
I don't think Duke didn't win. It was
Duke did not
Florida?
win. I know that
Florida
Houston
State?
was in it and they didn't win it.
Yeah,
but I don't know
it was
who
Florida.
Beat it was a come from behind win or something. Somebody said.
Yeah,
that's all I overheard.
Right. Yeah,
yes,
they
I was eavesdropping on my sports news for the day.
Connecticut for the women did win.
Okay, gotcha.
So they were ranked number 2, so they beat all the number ones. Yeah, they started their streak again.
So to celebrate the departing of your child and husband, Dave has come up with some just words of wisdom to pass along, little life lessons.
Yeah, things that going out, you should be able to do.
Yeah,
technically. And
without
it was just a
your
list.
Mom and dad holding your hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
okay. There we go.
Yeah. Mastering grocery shopping. I guess that meant like with coupons or coming up with a list of things you're going to buy for the week
you make the list, yes, for the week, and you do it in the order that you walk through the store, so you're not wondering.
Exactly. My list for Costco is like that.
Yeah,
exactly. I have it specifically where I'm going so that
you start bread, croissants, and cakes and all that.
Really?
And then, I go straight through the TVs because I never stop at I don't need a set of pots
I don't either.
pans.
But you've got the Winchester one in Leesburg. It's not like that. It starts in.
That's right. Your bakery's on
we
the
go
flip
straight
side
across.
We
go straight across to the cosmetics and medicines, and then you go down that aisle, which then goes. I never
go that way. That's going against traffic.
Well, we're there on a Monday morning,
totally
Monday evening.
Look on his face.
I know. I was like I'm trying to think if we are.
What are we?
I was trying to think. I was like, are we being dicks? Are we being the assholes?
Yes,
I don't even know.
You guys are being the asshole. That's you're going against Costco traffic.
No, we're not the only ones.
And your mom, even your mom, she won't turn left in a Costco. You go right with her through the whole store.
Oh yeah. We do. We go to the right. We don't get onto the left side. That's going
on
to the wrong side of the road.
Exactly.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about it, but that's exactly it. I'm sorry. Mastering cooking meals, like the same scenario, getting stuff in the order that you need to get to make meals across the entire week.
Yeah, and not ordering out every night.
Doing all kinds of different laundry. Delicates are separated from your whites, should come out of colors. Maintaining a clean living space is, self-explanatory. Mastering simple sewing. Do you know how to sew?
Simple sewing, yes.
I could probably do it, but I don't know if it would be perfect, or at least
I was a Boy Scout.
Mandatory. Yeah, you actually, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, David did that stuff.
Education on simple first aid. You're covered in that one too. Your badge for first aid badge probably covers that. Simple home maintenance skills. Now, I definitely have this one down because of the West Virginia house.
I think you're intermediate. To a higher level than you think you are.
I might be just because of we put together that West Virginia house from ground floor up. So we probably have a little bit more than that.
Give yourself a little more credit. You're a little higher up the ladder.
When you move into somewhere, setting up your utilities, which is interesting because those are not easy. And that's across the board. And now you also have to include the internet and Wi-Fi.
You have to have established credit and all this other crap.
There's so much. Yeah. Acquaint yourself with the dangers of credit card trap, meaning, don't put anything on your credit card that you can't pay off for the month.
Absolutely.
We didn't follow that.
I pay with my debit card. Yeah.
I guess learning to save money in retirement. For a retirement plan
from the beginning. You've got to start
now,
putting it in.
Only because it builds on itself every year. And this is stuff that you just kind of know. Reviewing your insurance needs, meaning make sure you do have medical insurance because you're not going to stay young and healthy forever.
And make sure you have renter's insurance.
Renter's insurance is always a good one.
It's a very small price to pay when all your shit gets stolen out of your apartment.
It's like $7 or $10 a month.
Yeah,
and it's just
rent renters up for like 10. That's like $100,000 of coverage, I think.
Right.
It's something crazy.
Walk through and read your lease, knowing what you're expected to, and then at the end of a lease, knowing that what you need to do to renew it if necessary, and also coverage to get out of it. Yeah. Right. And what you need to do to get out of it.
Okay. All these little life lessons.
Starting a car.
I thought these were like life hacks. I thought they were going to be funny, and now we're all like serious and shit.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I didn't. So what? Buying
a car.
Okay. Oh, jump starting a car. I was like,
I don't remember knowing how, but with the internet and everything like that, some of these are already covered because you can just follow.
As long as they can look it up on YouTube.
Right. Exactly. Okay. And also mastering your emotional regulation, meaning more of controlling your yourself in certain situations as opposed to getting on a phone and carrying it the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's about it.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, these are some of the things.
Life lessons.
Stuff that's, you think are logical, but when do you ever go through that?
I'm not surprised, Dave. There's still people I meet that I can't walk across the parking lot by themselves.
Or hold their hands,
Yeah, I just.
Well, I get it, and these anyway, they're gonna know. They're gonna have some of that.
I get that. So we might have some good stories in the future then, as we hear. Oh, there are certain things. Yeah, Dave doesn't talk about. So
right. Well,
this
it'll
was
happen.
Big news to
I'm
talk
sure there'll
about
be
stuff.
stuff.
Anyway,
well, they're gonna have their own wake up stories too, because there's gonna be certain things you just you
that's
move
what I'm
out.
saying. We're gonna have plenty of.
I'll hear about it. That'll be good. Yeah, they don't listen anyway, so it's okay.
I know they don't listen. Fuck them.
Yeah, if we see
good luck, Chase.
2 entries
good luck.
Pop up in Cary, North Carolina for our statistics, then that might be them. I don't know.
My God,
we'll see.
All right, I'm leaving. Okay, I will talk to you next week.
Yeah, definitely.
Right,
Bye.
Pern and Dave, Let's Talk is brought to you by, Pern and Dave and Zorg Industries.
Providing state-of-the-art military-grade weaponry like the ZF-1 pod weapon.
And the good people at Litwack, Family Fun Center and Arcade.
The ultimate gaming experience with Sugar Rush, Heroes Duty, and Fix-It Felix.
Till next time.